Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
They'll run it. Here's Chase Brown. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on first and second down. And then on third down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So on fourth down, Ryan Rico on to punt for the Bengals. Back deep is Britton Covey. Juke into space. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, first and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Jones on the return. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3-and-out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Burrow. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nolan Smith. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught. Andre Yoshivas. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Rico now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They go play action with Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
One of the really good stories that came out of the draft was the Eagles' boldness in trading up to snag Lemon ahead of Pittsburgh. He may be a smaller, shiftier receiver, but he's one that competes with determination downfield and has a lot of Amon-Ra St. Brown in his game.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Hurts. Complete. Smith has her. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Barkley. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
This defense is holding strong, but they're going to need one more stop, maybe 2 more stops. And where the ball is on the field, the offensive playbook remains wide open. They've got to be alert for anything.
As Smith in motion right. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them, I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. In motion, the tight end. They defer to Brown to start the drive. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That is caught. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That went behind his man, incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now, I don't think they have any choice.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Hurts. He dumps it off to Barkley. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Up the middle with Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Hurts to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 2nd and 6. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they can't bring him down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd and 6. Motion left, Smith. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble. But all is well. 1st down.
At the 1-yard line.
Bigsby. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Take Bigsby, taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Eagles.
So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Elliott now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills? And it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Zach Ball there on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And Burrow going to be hit and take him down. They got him. Nolan Smith bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Chase, the motion man right. From the gun on third down is Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. This is Brown going up the middle. Oh, he shifts past him. Chase Brown taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And that one makes it 14-7. That time a 6-play drive. And in the end, the finishing time. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, good move. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now this time he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
This quarterback now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And that sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Here's a give to Barkley. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now he's forced out left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. They'll run with Barkley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Bengals first
We've hit the
down.
2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. From the gun, a give to Brown. Brown with a stick skills. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Burrow looking to pass. Outright, it's Yosivas. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense is going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Across midfield, he's on his way, and down to the 7-yard line. 125 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle to Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
This now a 3rd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick slant here to Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
It's Barkley on the counter. Good footwork at the 30. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 136 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 9. Hurts completing this one quickly. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Hurts fumbles it, and the Bengals grab it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. The Burrow's going to look to throw for it. It's complete, and this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Shifts by him. And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Here's Hurts to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A handoff to Barkley. And a strong run that time as it's across midfield and down to the 43. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now Saquon Barkley. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Eagles.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Elliott now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Another run for Brown on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, first and 10.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
On first and 10, here's Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Burrow. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Burrow on play action. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now they send the tight end in motion left.
Ball start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, and someone jumped.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Eagles.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end Mike Gesicki. Here's McPherson now to send it away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The home team's offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Able to slither by. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the game by Higgins, and he's got his guys a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that one too wide and incomplete.
At this point in the 2nd half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Rod. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
A 22-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He gets away from one. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bigsby. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd
down and 10.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And partner, to tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's a give to Bigsby. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Take Bigsby with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28.
Makes the score Eagles 35.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Oh, what a move. Well, the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side complete to Chase.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't.
At the Eagles' 28-yard line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here,
He needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. There he goes again. Breaks through the contact. He's to the 20. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. Burrow. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's a simple